Hey, this is Ken Perry, G4 Guitar Schools in Oxnard, California, and today we're going to learn how to tune your guitar right now. Hey, this is Ken Perry, G4 Guitar Schools, and I just wanted to teach you how to tune your guitar. Okay, there's several different ways. This tutorial is to teach you how to tune it using the Oxnard tuner. Okay, I really like this tuner. The display is very bright on it and very clear. You'll be able to see very clearly about how to read it. There's a very large button here in the front, which I will be talking about a little bit too, about the disadvantage of having that giant button on there. So now, first you need to know is what is the names of your strings. Okay, so you can do different methods. For G4 guitar, we teach using this silly little saying, Easter Bunny goes driving at Easter. And so this right here is Easter Bunny goes driving at Easter. Okay, so I like to start with the thickest string first. So we're gonna go for E, okay? And then we can see right here that we are, I'm try to get the camera to be able to see this as well as possible. Okay. Okay, so we have an E, and you can see that it's a little bit sharp. Okay, so what we need to do is that it is not proper just to simply lower it down to where it's in the very center. Okay, that's not where you want to do it. You want to go a little bit into the red, like this, and then bring it back up again. Okay, and then you want to land right on the green. No red. There we go. Okay, sometimes it might fluctuate a little bit, and that's okay. Depends upon how good your tuner is, and then maybe like where that you place the your tuner on your headstock. So it'll vary a little bit, and sometimes it'll start blinking on and off to different letters. So if it starts blinking on and off with you, just go ahead and pluck it again, and then it might reset going back to E. Okay, so let's go into the next one. This is an A, and that looks good right there with an A. Now let's say that this was a little bit too low. It started off this way, like this, as in like so low, then it's not even the right letter. And then we have G, and it says a G sharp right there. Well, what you want to do with G sharp is you want to tighten it. So if you see any other letter other than what it's supposed to be, you need to change it to the letter it needs to be. So you start tightening, if in this case it's G sharp, so you start tightening, and that fly is killing me, man. Okay, so you tighten it until it turns into the correct letter. So G sharp comes right before A. So you keep going until you see it green. There we go. Turning green right there. Okay. A little bit more. Okay, now the next one is D. That looks good. That looks good. Let's say it's so sharp that it's at a different letter right here. It's like, wow, it's at D sharp. What the heck is that? Okay, so you don't want to see D sharp. It needs to be a D natural. So you're going to have to loosen it until the needle starts to cycle back to the other side. And see, now where I got regular D, but it's still in the yellow. So that means you still have to loosen down until it gets a little bit into the red. That's really important. Don't just simply stop right there at green. And I'm going to show you why. Okay, so there's perfect green. Now I'm going to make a demonstration here as to why it's so important to make sure that you always tighten up to the note. Okay, so here's too tight. We went too far. Now let's just loosen it down just a little bit until it is at green. And a lot of beginner guitar players, they think, oh, it's green. It must be good. Okay, great, it's awesome. It's green, so let's go ahead and move on. But that is not correct. Now I'm gonna show you why, okay? Now let's say that we're playing, we're going nuts, we're playing a whole bunch of hard chords. You're gonna start bending some strings. You're playing some crazy electric guitar techniques, bending and stuff. Now, what is going to happen after you do a lot of bending is that it's going to be flat now. Do you see that? See that now it's in the red. So why did that happen? Well, it's because when you start to loosen the string down to the correct letter, and it's right there in the green, there's still some uneven tension on either side of the string. So when you start loosening, it's actually going to be just a little bit looser right here than it is on the other side because of the friction right here. So that means that when you finally do pluck the string, the pressure, the tension will even out between these 2 points, okay? So that means that once it's even, it's going to be flat. You always want to tighten up to the note. Again, so let me demonstrate once more time, okay? One more time. Too tight. Loosen. You stopped at green, you think it's good. Now it's flat. Not cool. So the right way to do it. Okay, it's too sharp. Loosen down until it's a little bit into the red, maybe like that much. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. And if you change the letter, you went so far that you changed the letter, you went way too far. Just a little bit into the red is fine. And then you want to start to tighten up. Now it's green. Now you kind of do the same thing as before. Still green. Okay, going to the next one. This is supposed to be a G, and it's looking good. And I bent the heck out of that string, so that means that it's good and stable. Now that one is a little bit sharp. I'm going to bring it down and back up again until it's perfectly green. And then the last one is E. It's a little bit sharp, so I have to loosen down a little bit until it's in the red. Then back to the center. Right there. Now I'm going to re-verify. Always important to re-verify because when you start to tighten all the strings, the guitar will actually start to bend in a little bit, okay? And that would make everything go just a little bit flat. Okay, so let's check it out. E, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay, so everything's good. I didn't have to touch any of it. So that is how you tune a guitar using the Snark, the Super Snark Tuner.